Hello.
Hey guys, we are the Normies here to discuss the Legend of Vox Machina, Season 3, Episode 7, Cloak and Dagger. Who is here on the couch?
It is I, the Bard, Chris Prynoski.
The real sorcerer, Pat.
The rogue, Spidey.
This is Druid Navi.
I am the band Monk Goes Crunk, Suraj.
The chosen one, Rana.
And yeah, guys, this episode, I guess I want to keep hope that maybe Percy will come back some way or form, but what are the chances they're gonna do it twice with two characters?
Well, now we were introduced to Pike's blood now, so I feel like this is an opportunity to see really what she can do, and will introduce us to maybe Pike going, oh my god, my blood's actually crazy, and go, on this journey.
She came up and she said that he's gone.
He's gone.
So,
but I still think they might try. She might try with the blood.
Yeah.
I think the ability to be able to bring people back from the dead is going, like, we did it the once. And that felt like a big deal. It feels like if Percy's able to come back, then, like, I don't believe any deaths in the show.
yeah.
That's facts. I agree with that.
And I do like Percy as a character, but I don't know. I don't think this is a lesson we need to learn. We all knew that Anna needed to die. But this was a cool moment for Percy. And I guess in the end, he did give up vengeance. But it's like, there's a difference. But, like, there is justice, too. And you can't, a person like Anna, like, she's proven time and time again, she's not really the one to mingle with normal life. Like, she can't coexist with humans. She gotta go.
Another thing about adapting this that's different than adapting a book or a story is deaths are a part of the game of D&D, and so to not incorporate it would be to skip a huge event that does happen through the course of gameplay. But to incorporate it, you do have to give it some meaning because it is death. Yeah. And so, though he could come back, I think it should still mean something. That
come with a cost.
Yeah, it came with a cost. Like Vex's whole thing came with the whole cost of Vex being, the matron now, and so that's a whole deal. Like, he basically, I can imagine maybe Liam pleading with Matt Mercer, being like, "Hey, I do anything. I do whatever I have to do. I plead with my God or whatever," and that's probably what happened.
Or maybe Pike will work with the devil.
That's what I was thinking.
Ooh, that'd be nice.
That might
I was
be
thinking.
That might be it.
Yeah, that would be interesting. Especially Pike kind of had a vision. It's like her hearing about like blood, and she used the blood, and it's like maybe there is something she can do.
It wasn't a vision, more.
Yeah, it's her hallucinating.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like it's weird, right? Because he talked about the blood, she didn't hear it. So in this hallucination, she heard something that actually came true.
Yeah,
so it's weird. Yeah. I think the line blurs for me on the hallucination and vision.
Yeah, because she wasn't like when he said the thing about the blood, he was talking to Yank, and Pike wasn't there to hear it, and she heard it's like, and he was like, "Oh, something about blood," and she used her blood to was like, "Oh, it actually works." So like. So does that mean other hallucinations were true also? What happened to Vex? Kaylie's was just the same, everybody being dead.
Yeah.
But like that, for her, it's going to be inevitable.
Yeah. And then the mom for the twins, unfortunately, because that was a hard loss.
But I don't know. It would be interesting. I can see that like he does come back on a cost of something huge.
And then they have that relation where they're like, oh, we both died before. We should not.
Yeah.
Oh, their relationship is done. She'll be like, every time things get serious, somebody dies, and I can't.
Oh yeah, the mom said in her vision or in her hallucination that everyone you love dies, basically, or your love kills.
Yeah.
That's why she would say, "I love you" back to Percival.
Yeah. PTSD.
Yeah.
It's a huge trauma.
When they were in the hot tub, when he was talking to Vex. Vex. God damn it.
Yeah, Vex.
Yeah.
Vex.
Vaxildon
is
yeah, and then Vexalios.
I say the same, but we know what scene you're talking about.
Yeah, so in the hot tub, he was saying, "I don't get her killed now because that's what happened last time you two were together." And then like, oh, of course, he's the one that gets killed. But.
Yeah. But I think that was
shot Anna, dude. I get it.
He had an arc, I guess, but
he's trying to be better. I see it from his POV totally. You want to be better, and you want to and I thought she would freaking take it after seeing her backstory with her dad and how he said that your mind can change the world and all that. I thought she would see the mercy here and like maybe be better, but no, she's still who she is.
I mean, she's changing the world. It's just not the way her dad wants.
She still shot him.
And I think I think that like in her mind, she's like, my plan will change the world. Yeah. Like she thinks she's right. Like she doesn't. She doesn't see the problem. And her dad never once said like change the world for good. He said it's going to be up to you what you do. So like. I think she's steadfast in the shit that she wants to do, which makes her even more of a problem. Like she's about her conviction. She rides with it. She believes it, which is cool for her as a character.
Yeah,
because it means she can't be talking no
on the good
jutsu.
side though. Like she is like Percy got shot out of this. Things are people. 500 people were killed. 800 people were wounded, and not including the missing people. This is her vision for like changing the world with all these lives that cost. I don't want her to change the world then personally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no one does.
Yeah.
No, of course not.
Pat wants it kind of for
She's
some
a
reason.
villain.
No,
She's a great character.
I honestly
Still
didn't
like
care about this character until now. Like that was dope. Like killing Percy and one of the main characters.
Which character?
And the Ripley.
Percy? Oh,
Yeah.
Ripley. Oh.
She's a dope character now.
Like I like having someone out there in the universe that's the adversary to our group, and yeah, I'm not saying like I like her because she's justified in what she's doing. It's just she's a fun
It's a good character.
You don't need to like
No,
tell.
I
It's wild that it is
yeah, it's
just
just bad.
one
500
character.
people were killed. Clearly,
Yeah.
Like Percy,
yeah.
like went through some trauma and stuff too, but is he like choosing that path? He's not. I'm just saying, like other people in this world that they're in have gone through traumas as well, and they're not all being Anna Ripley's here.
But
But
like
also,
in real life too, you can choose what direction you go when you experience a trauma. There's just two different paths you can take.
Percy
Multiple.
could have grown on the next turn, not this turn. He could have waited. He could have waited.
I can imagine that maybe in the game he was like, I'm gonna trust her and like see what happens. And
Yeah.
he was like, okay, well,
That doesn't even make
let
sense.
me show you what happened. No,
It
because like
won't
in
happen.
because we've been playing the old Baldur's Gate, as you guys know, we keep talking about it. But like, there's times in the game where you're like, I don't know, like you get the dialogue option. And you're like, maybe this leads me down a different path, and maybe something good can happen from this, and then it just bites you in the ass. Like the gut priestess wants to like clean your brain, and she
Gut
keeps telling you to tell people to go away, and then eventually you give her a shot to clean your brain, and she just tries to kill you. You're like, oh well,
Yeah.
that was a bad idea.
So remind me on the first time Percy didn't try to give her mercy. She just sneaked away, right?
Yeah,
she just
she
ran
like got away that first time.
Yeah, got away. Like I totally understand where Percy came, and it just sucks. But it is a good character. I hoping that she doesn't come around helping Thordak. I hope like kind of we don't see her until next season, kind of thing, and we'll deal with her then. But if she does come back and try to help Thordak, well, that's sentence right there.
She still has
Orthax.
vestige, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, that was the
She's got the cloak.
Cabal.
The cloak.
Yeah, the Cabal's cloak.
I thought she was using
didn't run
that
off with it,
in
did
the
she?
thing.
She wasn't
In
using
the-
it
in
here
the
in this fight,
machine.
so
The machine.
she
didn't
might-
have it.
If she's taking off though, she might nab that.
Ooh,
you know,
or maybe she left
go.
it behind. We didn't see her with her on the ship, so
But
yeah.
then nobody will know but Percy,
Percy.
unless they all try to like.
They'll investigate the area to see if they can
Right.
find some information, and they'll
Let's
say,
hope.
"Oh,
Yeah,
they
I
put a
hope
vest
so.
there."
They should do a perception check.
The black powder trick was cool.
Yeah.
I
So
love
cool.
that. And he put a silver plate in his chest just in case it popped back
Yeah.
on
Took
him.
it
or
out
just-
too early.
That's
just
a good
literally
old
over his heart.
Western reference right there.
I think it's because like he knows to get it to
Just
spark,
full
she
of
has to shoot. He's like, I'm gonna have to take a shot. So.
Yeah, and yeah, he did take it out too early. If you kept it in there, it would have been fine. But that's
That's
it's just
what-
like you just think like he just got shot and he's saved. Like it's not gonna happen again. Like, no.
Also, clever Ripley. She had a little dinky, noisy cricket, like
Right.
a
Tiny
tiny,
thing, yeah.
little, probably a one-shotter. You know,
Yeah.
just used it right.
That's what you do, guys. You get a Dillinger, you hide it in your drawers, because you never know when you're gonna have to reach in there and pull it out.
That's what it's called, a Dillinger?
But what if you
Dillinger's
try to
a little
bob
bit.
yourself?
If your Dillinger's in your drawers, just don't be messing with your junk.
I'm more of a
The Don-
Peaky
not
Blinders
Don.
with the hat.
John Dillinger
The
used that
razors
gun?
in the hat.
I don't know. I don't think it's named after him, but yeah. Razors in a hat, like Peaky Blinders, that works too. I keep the razors in my mouth and just spit them out. Gang, gang, gang.
God.
Like
Pop 'em back in.
Venezuelan.
If you've been interested in hearing our Baldur's Gate 3 adventures, we are streaming that on twitch.tv/thenormiestv, and it's on the Normies After Dark. The VODs after the fact should be there.
Yes.
Check it out. We're also doing our own campaign, so a lot of fun tabletop stuff at the Normies. Check out all the channels, okay?
Yes.
Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.